Hey guys, it's Jordan with the Young Turks and TYT Politics. I am coming to you from a ranch here in West Texas. It's the Spriggs Ranch. It's a private ranch, and I just finished an interview with the landowner. He is one of many landowners, 40 to be exact, whose land is being seized here in Texas by eminent domain for the Trans-Pecos Pipeline. I've been covering the Trans-Pecos Pipeline today. I just got here and I've done some interviews. And what's interesting about this pipeline, as opposed to the Dakota Access Pipeline in Standing Rock, in Standing Rock you have Native Americans, non-natives, mostly progressive people fighting against the pipeline that would go under a main water source, jeopardize the water of nearly 20 million people. Here, it's all private land that the pipeline is going through. This is a pipeline that will be going starting in Texas and into Mexico. It'll be liquefied. The oil will be liquefied in Mexico and then sold presumably to Asia and foreign markets. So about 39 families have been sued by Energy Transfer Partners, the same parent company who is in charge of the Dakota Access Pipeline. They have been sued for their land. And many of them were basically given notices in the mail that we are going to be using your land to route this pipeline, and they really had no choice in the matter, no way to defend themselves. In Texas, you don't need permits for pipelines. There's very little environmental regulation for pipelines. So these landowners have had their land basically stolen for this pipeline. The ranch owner I just spoke to, the pipeline is going about 2 miles away from his land, but many others have it literally in their backyard. Where I am right now, let me flip it around so you can see here. Oh, so this is the land here, and the pipe is already underneath the ground. But you have landowners who, this one I just spoke to, his name is James. He has lived here for 25 years, and his land has been devalued because of the pipeline being built here. He has been blocked on his own land, certain pathways where he would normally go. He has not been able to gain access to as they were building. So what's also interesting is you have predominantly conservative, very Republican landowners who, for most of their lives, have been pro-oil, pro-gas, and pro the Republican Party, are starting to have to reevaluate what conservatism means, because as the landowner who I just spoke to said, he's super conservative. He's voted that way most of his life, but they essentially are starting to wonder, is it really even about party, Republican, Democrat? What's the difference? They're essentially just stealing land for the money. This is a pipeline that is not going to be used for domestic energy use. It's literally an oil company seizing the land of dozens of people to build a pipeline from Texas into Mexico to sell oil to foreign markets. And in eminent domain cases, you're supposed to have to exhibit public good. When you seize land for highways, it's supposed to be for public good. When you seize land for parks or things like that, you're supposed to have to exemplify or demonstrate what is the public good. There has been no rationale given to these landowners what the public good for this pipeline is, because it would be a hard case to make that it's public good for people's land to be seized, for pipe to be built underneath the ground. For also a big part of this pipeline is going near the Big Bend region, which has some of the most beautiful monuments and parks in the country, which Native Americans are very upset about. But there's no public good here. This is not going to create millions of jobs. This is not going to rising the home value for these landowners, quite the opposite. So it's interesting what you're seeing through this story, which I'm going to try to get across as I put up videos on youtube.com youtube.com/2YT Politics. If you're not subscribed, youtube.com/2YT Politics. Is the opposition to pipelines is a coalition. It's Native Americans, non-Native Americans, progressives, now conservatives, some for environmental reasons, some for land and rights, their rights. This would be like, you know, the government coming into your house and basically telling you you're evicted for no reason. And if you come back, you're trespassing. It's akin to that. So it's a very interesting story. I'll be here for a few days covering it. Did some good interviews today, and we're really going to try to show you that it's not just, you know, as the Republicans like to say, crazy environmentalists against these pipelines. It's a lot of the people that actually vote for those same Republican lawmakers who are now having to have a little introspection about, you know, conservative values, because it seems like the governor of Texas and the CEOs of these companies that are Republican, it seems like they believe in small government, but not when they can make money. When they can make money, big government all the way. So stay tuned for more. youtube.com/2YT Politics. Again, Trans-Pecos Pipeline is a pipeline where there's potentially going to be encampments here, similar to Standing Rock. They're currently in talks to open up an encampment, and they're also making outreach to Standing Rock water protectors to come down here to fight this. Have a great rest of the weekend, and stay tuned for more videos. youtube.com/2YT Politics.